Good morning, everyone. It's Rafe Gal. We're gonna play some more Slay the Spire. Uh, those who haven't seen it before, it is a deck building card game RPG roguelike. We're gonna play as the Ironclad this time. Generally not my favorite build, but I'm curious to see what we can do. Maybe do something a little different. So the starting relic for this is just heal 6 hit points at the end of each combat, which honestly is pretty mediocre, or can be pretty mediocre if we get a good boss relic here. But again, boss relics are hit and miss. They tend to have, sometimes they have drawbacks, but sometimes they're really good too. So I think I'm actually gonna try this. Let's be risky. Pawn pickup, remove 2 cards from your deck. Okay, so we're right off the bat. Okay, I guess we do a strike and a defend. That is not ideal, although that does make our deck a lot cleaner. It means we can go through, if we were to build a deck that requires very specific cards, we're more likely to get them, which is good. There's also a path here that has a lot of fire, which can be really good. So I think we're going to start on this path and go around to the right and see what happens. Get vulnerable right away. I almost removed that, and I probably will later if I get another way to get vulnerable. But if we get a boost to our energy, that's a really, really good card. Okay, so we're going to be able to do 27 here. Which is not enough. So we're going to take that hit. We'll take 1. That's okay. And at this point, do that, and should kill. Power Potion is good. And Perfected Strike is actually really solid. So this is a really good way to do damage. Body Slam can actually be really good. It's a build around me. You know what? Let's try it. I haven't actually gotten a good Body Slam build to work. Maybe we can figure it out. It's taunting me with another Perfected Strike here. If you draw a status or curse card, deal 6 damage to enemies. No. War Cry, put 1 card from your... Or draw 1 card, put 1 card from your hand on top. Deal damage, draw a card. I mean, I guess we could go with this, although it doesn't match with what we're going for currently. Actually, if we'd taken Perfected Strike and then Pommel Strike, that would have been really good. I guess we could technically still get both of those. We have enough for it. Like, remove Body Slam and add those 2 in. Can we afford both? No, we just add these in. We couldn't also remove it. So I think we're gonna... Let's go all in. Let's risk it. Be risky. So basically the goal here is gonna be... So like in this case, we can do our 10 defend, and then use that to do 10 damage. So the goal is basically, on the turns where you draw Body Slam, at least for now, that's going to be how that works. Once we get going, the Ironclad has powers that let you retain defend between turns, and that's going to be the real key, is if we can get something like that. None of those are what we're looking for. That's unfortunate. we're going to take some damage this time, it looks like. So if we do bash, we can kill this one, which reduces 5. Actually, can we just kill that one and defend? Yeah. So that way we're reducing 15 damage, or 10 damage rather, because we're blocking 5 and blocking 5 by killing it, or reducing 5 by killing it. So we can either do, yeah, so we're gonna do strike, defend, body slam for 11 damage, which is slightly more than the 10 we would have done if we did defend. Six. Get that vulnerable for next turn, I guess. That's unfortunate. Take a little damage, no big deal. Not too much. None of these are what we're looking for. Kind of annoyed because we actually had a pretty solid setup we could have done there, and we're missing it because of this. So this one's probably going to gain strength this turn. So we're using vulnerable to make sure we can kill it next turn, basically. So we should be able to... Oh, that's not going to quite cut it, is it? I'm looking forward to seeing how Body Slam upgrades. Because right now it doesn't feel like it's very good. It also doesn't hurt, or doesn't help that I don't have good defend cards. I keep drawing different setups. That's also not what we want. I mean, it's not bad, but we don't have cards that exhaust right now. Yeah, that doesn't feel good. That's what I figured. So Body Slam Plus, we can see here, is pretty good. Because it now costs 0. Which means that we can... play it in addition to things. So we can go like defend and then still do our body slam. This thing is also still going to kind of stomp us though, because every time we play a skill he gains more strength, which is problematic. So if we do this, we're going to do 18. We go the other way. We're going to do 15 plus 9. So yeah, that's technically better. We want to go for highest damage output against this guy because he's going to win a war of attrition because he keeps getting stronger. Whenever you add a skill, upgrade it. Perfect. That's really good. then we get 3 things that exhaust. Add 2 wounds to your hand. So those cycle back through, but we get 20 block out of it. I think we're gonna do that. And the reason I'm gonna do that... Oh, that was already a plus, okay. Is because, again, if we can get that power that lets us carry it through, 20 goes a real long way. And then we don't get our card with it. So I think we just go defend, defend, strike here. We can defend plus body slam, strike, strike. So he's gonna do 2. Still didn't draw them together. That's unfortunate. So we do bash strike because he's defending this turn. Yeah, if you think of it as doing plus 20 damage when you draw the body slam, it's a lot better. Shrug it off. There we go. Starting to get some good ones. Or some better ones, at least. Probably should have actually healed there, now that I'm looking at this. We're going to do this to minimize how many we go through. If we get lucky, this is really good. Success after 2. Start each combat with an additional energy. Okay, so because of that extra damage, we're going to go over to the left here. Whoops. That thing was doing the most initial damage. I wanted to see if we could finish it off. And we got close-ish. If we'd actually done the strength potion, we probably would have. So we're going to shrug it off. That's going to reshuffle, and we're going to get a card. We're going to defend. We're taking 2 damage right now. We're taking no damage. This is honestly not a terrible set of relics. We really just need to get a way to get that extra... Okay, so now we do. Power through, defend, body slam for 25. That's what we're trying to do. That's the goal. We're going to go this way because we're so low on health. And unfortunately... I think we can take it. Oh, there's 3 of them. I was thinking it was going to be 2. Okay, well, let's see how our setup works now, I guess. So, shrug it off. Bash. So this is kind of a weird situation here. Because these things gain strength. Or no, they apply vulnerable to. That's when they die. So we're going to try and spread out the damage a little bit so that we can kill all of them in one turn without taking that vulnerable. We know we're getting Body Slam next turn. And Power Through. Okay. So, Power Through. Body Slam the back one. Finish this one off. Now we're stacked on Vulnerable. But this one's not attacking this turn, so now we have another turn to do 14. There we go. When vulnerable, take less damage. That's pretty good. Warcry's not bad. That'll let us cycle through our deck a little. Bad if we get those guys who don't like it when we... Okay. So we want to go offensive this time. So we're going to go strike. We're going to Warcry. It's going to draw 2. And we're going to put Power Through back on top so that we can potentially draw it later. We're going to Shrug it off, which is dumb because I wasn't paying attention and we just get Power Through back. We don't need the defense that time. We'll be fine. A little bit of a waste. And we got it anyway. So I would normally be a little hesitant to do that so early. But he's hitting us for 32. We're going to hit him for 39. 49 because he's vulnerable. And just in one shot, put him into his second phase. So he has thorns now. But we have good defense. So we're going to take 1. But he maintains vulnerable, which is worth it. So we're starting to draw wounds now, which is a little problematic, but I think we'll be okay. He's going to do 16, and we're going to take 3 from hitting him. So we're going to Power Through, defend, Body Slam for another 42, and still take no damage. This one's gonna hurt. I think I probably actually should have used this Flex Potion. I keep forgetting I have it. But the good news is, he's almost dead. And we heal after bosses. So, could be worse. Let's do a Bash, get that Vulnerable up. And he's not attacking this turn, so we're just going to hit him and put him into his next phase? Or do we want to wait? What are we drawing? We're drawing a Shrug It Off and a Power Through. We're not getting any attacks next turn. Unless we happen to draw this one. Gonna wait. He's charging up. So now we need to do... There we go. So we're going to be able to put him hard into his last phase. Because we're going to do 58 damage to him all at once here. Put him into the next phase. Now, the big thing that I haven't been able to do yet. The coolest thing with Body Slam is if you have more than one. And I haven't really been able to show that, I don't feel like. We're going to do that so we take a little damage. Is this worth it? Probably. He's very close to dead. And at this point, we've got 6 wounds floating through our deck, so we actually do want to kill him very quickly. I don't have a good way to do damage here, so we're just going to do this. Set up for next turn. We're going to take some damage. He's back out of his shielded state. This turn, your next 2 attacks are played twice. That can be really good with Body Slam. So that's another way to combo it together. And a unique curse and 3 relics. I think this is a curse you can't remove. But 3 relics could be really good. Curse the Bell cannot be removed from your deck. Confirm. Whenever you enter a shop, heal 15. Good. Whenever you add an attack, upgrade it. Good. Whenever you would receive 5 or less unblocked damage, reduced to 1. Good. Those are decent ones, at least. Okay. So, we want to get regular cards and shops, I think. We have some good upgrades already. I'm kind of feeling like this path. That doesn't give us any fires. I guess none of the other ones do either. We basically have to pick between a shop and a fire. This one up here has 2 fires. So we could go for the shop and then 2 fires up here. Like cut across over here. Or over here, I guess. That's a lot. Yeah, let's do it. We do get healed every time we go to the shop, so. I guess let's preserve our health. I'm going to assume we're going to be smacking him really hard next turn. So we can go Shrug It Off, War Cry, Power Through, Double Tap, Body Slam, One Shot. There we go. Now we're starting to put it together. Unfortunately, it's still really tricky to put it all together. I really don't like any of these. Enemy loses 3 strength. That's actually good. That lasts. And it exhausts it so it doesn't stay in our deck cycle. We can remove a card from our deck. Perfect. I think we remove a regular strike at this point. I don't like any of these again. Like, this is getting really, really all in. To the point where if we don't get everything set up right, we could be in trouble. I kind of feel like we need to get something else to go with it, but at the same time, removing strike is honestly the best way to do this. So we're gonna do it. Yeah, that's where that's the plan. We're gonna go all in on it, and we're gonna get it. The good news is we can do stuff like that. So even if we don't get it, we actually do pretty well because we don't take damage. The biggest problem we're going to have is, like, these guys run away after a certain amount of time. There's also bosses that, or there's a lot of things, so we can do like strength on this guy. The one card left is body slam. So we could do War Cry. We know we're getting body slam and one other card. We have 2 left. So we could at this point do power through, shrug it off, body slam, and just kill one of them outright. I don't think we even need to do power through, though, with it. Let's see how much that is. That was dumb again. That draws. So I guess this time we do... He's not attacking, so let's just do double tap bash. Hit him twice. We get the vulnerable, and we know next time we're reshuffling, we'll see what we get. And we'll dig. So, double tap, body slam, strike. That did it. Barely, but we did it. Regen potion is actual healing. Deal 7 damage and apply vulnerable to all enemies. I'm going to take that as a backup. We don't have a lot of ways to do damage to more than one enemy, and honestly, it's pretty solid with... Okay, we can actually do... This is pretty sick, actually. So we've got the double tap body slam already in hand. Let's War Cry, draw 2, we'll curse the bell back. So we can do bash, power through, double tap, body slam, almost kill it in one hit, and take no damage. I'll repeat, the biggest thing we're missing is there's a power that carry your armor from one round over to the next. That would make such a big difference with this setup. I want to make sure we don't die. So we may be all in on defense this turn. Let's then just block that one guy. We're taking a little, but not. Or no, we're exactly on. No, because we're not. Because he. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. Unfortunately, that means we take less. Let's get the vulnerable back on. And unfortunately, we're going to take some damage this time. But I think we almost have to. So we're going to go double tap strike here. That's going to hurt. Whoops. So we just have to do 30 in one turn. Nothing wrong with that, right? Totally doable. Actually would have been if it was still vulnerable. Let's see if we can just draw something that gives us... That did not work the way I was thinking, but we're not taking damage, so that's okay, I guess. I wasn't thinking about the fact that we didn't have any energy. That was also not terribly well thought out, but that's okay. He's vulnerable this turn, so we should be able to get wrecked because we didn't draw any cards that give armor. I've screwed up like 3 or 4 things here. We're also just not getting all the cards we need for this build, and at this point those curses and stuff are piling up in a really nasty way. Yeah, that didn't actually help any, because vulnerable wears off at the end of turn. We've got too many wounds at this point. We're not doing enough damage per turn. Because he restores back to 11 every time. Yeah. This is not going well. And vulnerable wears off at the end of turn again. So I think what I'm going to do this time... This is going to be 8... I think we're doing this. That makes sure we have Metallicize going, or we have Vulnerable on him for the next round of, or as we draw the deck. And it reduces his Metallicize by 1. Every time you do actual hit point damage to him, it reduces how much he can do, basically. I was kind of hoping I would draw something good there. Probably should have just done another Bash, in all honesty. Actually, Bash would have killed him. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, those wounds and curses are adding up. We need a way to get rid of them. And there's not a lot of good ways to get rid of them. Okay, so I think we just go power through Body Slam. Is that going to kill him? That's going to kill him. Good. So hopefully you're seeing why we need more of Body Slam cards. We need more attacks. Power Through is currently being problematic because it's putting too many wounds in if we get in early. So we're going to avoid it for the time being. Let's get a Disarm off on him. He tends to attack more than once, so that's really good. He also will put wounds in our deck, which is problematic, obviously. If he actually does physical damage, if we don't block at all. So we need to make sure we're blocking at all. And this deck should be able to do that pretty well. Yeah, 33. Should be drawing something next turn that'll do vulnerable again. So we can do like, so that's gonna be, he can do 12, we can do 13 with just our defend cards. And then just a little damage with Thunderclap. Keep those wounds out. That strength down is permanent and is very, very good because of that. Shrug it off. Shrug it off. So double tap is better than power through right now because he's already at 22. Vulnerable does half again. So yeah, double tap's gonna be the best out of those options. I could have used this energy potion to actually kill it. I am shocked at how well this works when I don't play power through. So I feel like that says a lot. So I think if we double tap this, is it actually gonna kill? 8 and then 12 is gonna be 20. No. I don't think it will. So let's block. And just do a little. That's okay. Again, we can outlast them right now. When we don't have all those wounds in our deck, we can outlast. And now we use power down or power through as a finisher. Five weak and vulnerable to all enemies. Actually, I want uppercut. We may remove bash for uppercut here. I want a regular guy here. It's got a chance at giving us what I would really like. Let's start with Shrug It Off. We need some defend. They're going to do 20 damage right out the gate. We're going to defend. Get down to the point where we're just taking 1. Let's focus down on the Mystic. And I don't think it's worth using War... I guess we could Warcry just to put back what we would like for next turn. So we can say, yeah, we'd like to put that uppercut on top for next time. I'm guessing one of them won't attack next turn. That's actually really bad. Getting Frail on our deck is problematic because it makes us gain less block. Okay, so we're going to uppercut this guy because that's going to apply weak and vulnerable. Then we're going to Shrug It Off. And I guess since we're here, since we have it, we may as well do Body Slam. You know what? We're gonna do this because we can. And I feel like it's worth it in that particular situation to just power through. Like, I mean, it's called power through for a reason. Those are the bursty turns that really make this build worth it. So double tap, uppercut. Block potion's really good. Adds 12 damage on that effectively as well. Evolve's actually pretty solid with this. Every time we draw a wound, we get to draw 2 more cards. We're gonna skip that super mini boss. We can either fight or lose all our gold. And this fight's not necessarily easy. Let's try it. Uppercut. Shrug it off. Defend. Body slam. The middle one kind of directs. Okay. -2 dexterity is -2 off all of our block cards, which is problematic. I think we're gonna do... Let's do disarm here. Let's get our evolve out. And then I think we're gonna power through. I'm not sure if those wounds trigger right now or if it's only when we draw. It's only when we draw. And that's gonna make sure we don't take damage this turn. But now we've got that evolve that is going to potentially help round it out. That's a lot of damage. So shrug it off. Shrug it off. Okay. Let's Warcry. See what our options are. So we can power through Body Slam and just kill one of them. And we'll put Shrug It Off back for next turn. Okay. So, power through. Means we take no damage. And now we're going to do 27. We're weakened, so we're doing not even going to kill, but we can do a lot of damage to one of them. And that defend should go away at the end of turn. And we don't take any damage again, which is good. And now they're back down to regular amounts of damage that they're dealing. And we should be able to... Unfortunately, drew this one a little late. Let's just defend. I don't want to take damage. They're going to do another status effect here, unfortunately, and continue the weaken, but we're already weakened, so it's not going to hurt too much. This is the turn we want to actually kill. And we've completely filled our hand because of those wounds. So now we can do whatever we want. So we can do... I think we're just killing Romeo, or do we kill Bear? I think we just kill Romeo. And I don't think we need power through to do that. So we're going to shrug it off. Shrug it off. Double tap. Super overkill body slam. So now that's why those wounds are no longer that bad. Basically, yes, it means we fill our hand on those turns. Now we can do that. Get some vulnerable out and shrug it off to make sure we actually survive. And we should have the weaken wear off now. Shrug it off. I guess we just bash here. Actually, no, we don't want to take damage. So we defend. And strike. Or no damage, I guess, but whatever. Unfortunately, that's how it's set up right now. So I think this turn is going to be the finisher. So, Thunderclap, power through, shrug it off, body slam. Elixir is exhaust any number of cards in your hand. Exhaust is removed until end of combat, so we can actually use Elixir to clear out wounds if we start having too many also. That's actually a really good one to have for our deck. And True Grit, actually, now I understand what it does, means we can clear some of those out. So we're going to go this way. Whenever you use a potion, heal. That's not bad. We're kind of going this way. I hate Snecko. And of course we get all of our good draw cards on the turn. When he's not attacking. I'm gonna put double tap back because we know we're getting attacks next turn. Like all of our good block cards are in there. Maybe we'll get lucky and some of these will be free. Like that. So double tap, bash. Get 4 vulnerable down. I forgot double tap is for 2 attacks. I keep thinking it's only 1. Uppercut's free. So keep those effects coming, I guess. Shrug it off. True Grit. We have to exhaust a card, no big deal. Thunderclap. Body Slam for 30. This is working pretty well. We're getting lucky rolls on our confusion, though. That can turn around very quickly if you don't. I need to be a little more aggressive, I think, there. That's okay. We don't want another power through. That sounds crazy. Or do we? This is me being stupid. Honestly, I should probably just heal, but there is another one coming up here, so we can potentially upgrade another card. We don't need a lot of upgrades because we get 2. Actually, no, we can go this way and get another store. You were knocked unconscious, and now we have to fight. Okay. That's weird. I'm not sure how I feel about this. So we can either double tap strike and just do some damage to one of them, but we'll take some damage. Well, or we can True Grit, get rid of our strike, and not take any damage. So Thunderclap, shrug it off. Shrug it off. And let's Warcry to pick what we want for next turn. Put Uppercut on top. It seems good. Should be able to finish this guy off at absolute worst, or hit this guy if we want to. Entangle means we can't attack this turn, which is actually problematic. Good news is we are good at just defending. We will get rid of that guy. Reduce his strength because that's permanent, and he's got more health left. We're still only on the second floor, aren't we? Ugh. This is going to be a long video. So we definitely kill this guy, right? Evolve. Thump. And we have the dream. Power through, thunderclap, body slam for 60. What? Powerful fight with mini rewards. Okay. Let's try it. That's really, really not good for us. Oh god. Okay, evolve. Right away is good. Disarm on this guy in the back is good. Defend. I guess we power through and just do as much damage right off the bat as we can. And we'll keep those 2 wounds because we started with evolve. We want to take this guy out first because all of our defend cards are skills, and he hates skills and gets pissed off when you use them. This is gonna hurt. But we have vulnerable for next turn. That's something. That's something. Okay. So we want to uppercut this guy. That'll also weaken him. We want to True Grit to get rid of Curse of the Bell for this fight. So we don't get draws off that one. And we're going to take some damage, but I'm really curious what the, awesome rewards are going to be. They better be good. Okay. So, if we double tap uppercut, this guy's probably dead. $19. Yeah, he's definitely dead for double tap uppercut, and then we just take 7. And then we don't have to worry about powering him up with our skill. Now, we just get to go body slam for 33. Take no damage. Because this guy doesn't get powered up off our skills, and we can actually use them more freely. we're pretty much filling our hand every time, which is pretty cool. So Thunderclap, shrug it off. Let's go True Grit, get rid of a wound. Warcry. We'll put a defend back on. Actually, no, we'll put a double tap back up. Not that it matters, because we drew that. So we get multiple things. You can remove cards from your deck on rest sites. That's really good. Whenever you get a power upgraded, good. Deal 14 damage. Strength affects this card 5 times. We don't have strength upgrades. Uppercut is feeling really good. So I may remove Bash when we get a chance here. I think we'll keep Warcry for now. So we can use it to set our hand later. Vulnerable wears off. He's not attacking this turn, so I think we do double tap uppercut. Just get that. Basically sets those two status effects for the rest of the fight, practically. And then we kill him. Almost. Almost. Close enough. It's literally just one more hit. Really? I mean, dropkick. We do like to keep our enemies vulnerable, so this could be really good. Just as another way to cycle through and actually have another attack. There we go. Let's double check these real quick. Cards are shown in order. For each curse in your deck, start with 1 strength. So this only gives us 1 strength, but it's not a bad thing. 308 just seems like a lot for that 1 strength. Okay, so I think we want Inflame. I think we want Entrench. We don't actually have enough to afford that now. That's fine. And let's go ahead and remove the last strike. I kind of want Finesse, but at the same time I don't, because I feel like it could be problematic. And then we're going to get rid of Bash. We've basically transformed our starting deck almost completely at this point. Okay, the Collector has minions, which is annoying with our setup. Shrug it off. Uppercut, just to make it last. And I don't care about any of these right now. So Entrench is going to be good in combination with our other stuff. Again, if we had a way to transfer from one turn, or that from one turn to the next, it'd be better, but we don't. So, strength down permanently is good. Shrug it off. True Grit, get rid of Curse the Bell. We're gonna take a little damage this turn, but not a ton. Vulnerable's gone off this. Let's get Inflame. Permanent +3 to our strength. Um, let's go. We don't have any defend cards, so I guess we just attack this turn and pray. So we're gonna Thunderclap. We're gonna drop kick one of the minions. We get our refund here. I'm gonna Warcry, draw 2, put Uppercut back on top, shrug it off. Remember that that draws a card and be annoyed with myself, and then finish this guy off. Now we're only taking 7. So we have kind of the kill here, but I don't want 2 of them, I don't think. So I think we're just gonna go Thunderclap, Uppercut. Body Slam for 4 because we have strength. Okay, so he just put a bunch of negative status on us, which is annoying, but it's not the end of the world. He's not attacking this turn, so we can get some status back on him. And next turn, we know what we're drawing. We don't know what we're drawing off of our Shrug-it-offs. So Dropkick is free, and he's already vulnerable. So we're going to try a Shrug-it-off. Actually, you know what? Let's negate the damage. Okay, so we... feel like we just uppercut, power through. Reduce how much damage he's doing and and how much we're receiving. And then dish out a little back. We really just need one good turn. Okay, so he's going to reapply all those status conditions here. I feel like this is our opportunity. I wish we had a draw. We don't have any card draw. Okay, so I think we go... No. We uppercut. And then we body slam. There we go. I want to keep that weak on him so that we have less to worry about for next turn. If we had Entrench, I might have actually gone for it. But we didn't. This turn, we're going to go defend, Thunderclap. Okay, he's going to bring his minions back this turn. That's usually what the question marks mean. Let's see what we can draw. It's free. And unfortunately, we didn't get either of the cards I was looking for. So let's True Grit and get rid of this one. There we go. He's still vulnerable. How much damage can we do this turn? 14. So he's gonna do 35 to us. We can do a lot. trying to figure out the best way to do this. Okay, so power through. So if we do power through, 2 block potions, and trench. Yeah. Double tap, body slam for 272 damage. That's the cute crap we're going for with this deck. It's convoluted as hell. There we go. Barricade. Block is not removed at the start of your turn. So now, as we cycle through, instead of... Or basically, if we have extra turns where we have mana, we don't have to just sit there and ping away with little attacks in between. We can just keep building up armor, even if it outpaces how much they're doing. Future card rewards have 2 less to choose from. Sounds good. We basically have the option of 1 card at each of these now. I don't care. We don't care that much about cards. We're getting upgrades on all of our card types at this point. We have our deck put together. We have the last power we needed. So I think we just go as straight a shot as we can with as little trouble as we can. I feel like the far left might be good. One fire, one fire. Okay. Strength up. Starts out weakened. Barricade. Shrug it off. Shrug it off. We're just going to do a starting demonstration. So normally, in the past, we wouldn't want to do that. But because of Barricade, now we're going into the second turn with 19. We don't have to worry about whether or not we have more going forward. Now we can do Entrench, Disarm, Uppercut, 57 damage on turn 2. Also, Entrench keeps going back through our deck, so every time we do it, it just keeps getting better. And Flame. Let's do True Grit, get rid of that burn, and then double tap Thunderclap. We can keep Shockwave because it does exhaust. So we don't start with it in our hand every time, which is unfortunate. But let's go ahead and Warcry, see if we can get something better. Not super excited about... Well, we could do Defend, Defend, Entrench this turn. That's reasonable. Let's do Uppercut next turn. Defend, 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 Entrench. And let's just Body Slam... this one out of existence because it's going to keep being annoying. Uppercut, drop kick, shrug it off. Don't really care that much now. And that's also going to reduce it to the point where it's not going to do anything because of the Tori also. So this one's going to blow up. So we need to Thunderclap. This one's doing damage. And we'll just get Inflame up, just so we've got it. Didn't really need Barricade at this point, but if we don't happen to draw the right cards, we might need it, technically. Like in this case, we didn't actually draw good attacks. So now we can just power up so that that 5 thorns doesn't matter. Because we go defend, defend, entrench, body slam for 119. We really needed that barricade. We don't need to upgrade all cards because all of our cards are upgraded. I don't like any of these, so I guess we're fighting a boss from Act 1 and just squishing the crap out of him at this point, hopefully. We're gonna go True Grit, Curse the Bell, Evolve, Warcry, put Entrench back, uppercut him. He's gonna do 24, which is a lot. We're gonna go Disarm, Shrug it off, shrug it off. Now we're protected. Inflame. Just get set up. I'm okay with taking a turn to set up. We only have to do 17 to shift his phase. There we go. We've already got Evolve set up so we can do Power Through if we want. But I think at this point we just Shockwave. 5 vulnerable and 5 weakened. Just lay it on, does not matter. He's gonna do the same to us. But it basically sets that up for the rest of the fight. And now nothing carries through. So defend, defend, double tap body slam. He's going to go into defensive mode. He has 3 thorns. We're going to go Shrug it off, Thunderclap, Uppercut, and not care. Finally got the tank all put together. And now it's going to get real dumb real quick. So, Shrug it off. Shrug it off. True Grit. Let's get rid of that wound. Entrench. Don't mind me. Let's go double tap. Drop kick. Oh, we do have body slam. I missed it. We don't need to do this, but let's do 200 and some damage. If you would lose HP, lose 1 less. I'm okay with that going into the end. Skip. At this point, we're just kind of getting to the end. I don't really have a lot I'm looking for beyond a second copy of Body Slam. Like, if we happen to draw a second copy of Body Slam, I will be extremely happy. But outside of that, I don't have any big concerns. Probably could have double tapped there. I was not paying attention. I think we just Shockwave Barricade this turn, maybe? Maybe not. You need some block. That's a lot of damage. Disarm on this one. Reduces damage by 6. And then we will hit this one since it'll actually hurt it. We didn't get our barricade up, but that's a lot of damage incoming all at once, and I don't want to have all of that going to the end of the last floor. Evolve. Shrug it off. Drop kick. Thunderclap. Warcry? Let's put power up back. We don't want to kill this one because it'll regenerate itself, but we've got it pretty down at this point. So we can just finish it off probably the next time we draw. There we go. Now we just don't need to worry about it. That's kind of the goal with Barricade, is when you get to a certain point, you just stop worrying about it. Like, we'll kill this guy the next time we draw Thunderclap, and basically just accidentally kill him. We'll do everything else in the meantime. We go double tap on this guy because he's got the armor. Thunderclap finishes that guy off. And we do a bunch of damage. Shrug it off. We need a way to finish one of these guys off, and I don't have it right now. I think we just power up into Oblivion and hope these two don't regenerate. We get one turn to finish this guy off. Probably should have looked at what I had left, but actually that works out really well. Double uppercut. And 8 block free. Start each elite combat with 2 strength. It's not bad. Play 3 attacks, get a block. Do we actually have cards we want to get rid of at this point? Like, we could get rid of one of the regular or that last regular defend, I guess. Let's do... start with strength. There's nothing to smith. We're almost at full health, so I guess we get rid of something. What do we want to get rid of? What doesn't feel worth it? I mean, honestly, Inflame isn't great with the way we're set up. Shrug it off is important. I do feel like Dropkick is worth it. Maybe we don't need 2 copies of Uppercut? Realistically, we probably don't need 2 copies of Power Through, although with Barricade it actually feels worth it. Yeah, I don't think we need Inflame. Like, when we're hitting things, we're hitting them for, like, 50 damage. The 3 doesn't matter nearly as much at that point. Okay. So, we have 7 to start with this time. Shrug it off, shrug it off. Double tap. Uppercut. Evolve. Power through. Body slam? We don't have Barricade, but that still felt pretty good. Barricade, power through, and trench. They're gonna do some strength, or they're gonna get some armor back, but they do that a lot. Shrug it off. Uppercut. I guess Warcry. Shockwave back. Dropkick this guy. Thunderclap. Double tap uppercut. Actually, disarm may actually be what goes. It feels like it doesn't add up very... It's really good against bosses that do multiple attacks in one turn. But it's not great otherwise. I feel like we go this way to minimize fights. Normal enemies can't be dealt with in encounters, that's fine. Art of War, if you do not play attacks, you get, what is it, extra energy next turn? Good. Yeah, we'll go disarm. Whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card to your hand. Each time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. Yeah. Cycle through faster. Seems good. We can't run into fights there. The Maw. This is actually a kind of scary fight sometimes, but I feel like we're actually set up to deal with it pretty well. I mean, starting up with Barricade Evolve is pretty much perfect. So now we go shrug it off, shrug it off. Power through, trench, body slam for 132. While weakened? Like I said, the only thing we really need at this point is another copy of Body Slam. We never found one, so now we have 273 armor. We don't need a second copy of it. We have enough cycling to get through our deck pretty quick. Start combat with 10 block. Perfect. Don the red mask. We get extra gold that we don't need. Is there a card worth removing? No, I don't think there is, actually. I'm feeling good. We can get rid of Warcry. We have enough cycling, I think, without it. especially for Timekeeper, where we start taking or running into problems every X number of cards that we play. Well, unfortunately, we don't actually have a way to give him... Oh, there we go. Vulnerable? So we want to do double tap, drop kick, entrench? No. Power through, entrench, body slam for 250, double tap, one shot. I can't believe that just happened. I was sitting here all worried that I wasn't gonna have barricade. I forgot about the double tap. Okay. And that's how that deck works. So if we had a second copy of, I mean, like I said, the biggest thing we needed was just more copies of Body Slam or something similar that would really reward that particular setup. If we had a way to ensure Barricade was in our hand or Body Slam, it just gets really dumb really quick. As you can see. I've never done that before, and that setup, this is a really cool setup. I'm glad that this worked out. I was really worried that we were just gonna die early on because it was not coming together, and it finally did. So, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.